but I think I'm going to chalk it up to she didn't want to be mansplained to. Welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic. So a Colorado Springs underground illegals nightclub was raided and over 100 illegals were arrested. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
So good morning. John Pullen with DEA and the Rocky Mountain Division. We're here on the scene of an underground nightclub where over 300 federal law enforcement, along with our local partners from El Paso County and Colorado Springs PD, executed an enforcement operation this morning. It's a drug investigation. We seized quite a number of guns and took a number of people into custody. I think what I'd like for people to know as a result of this operation is that Colorado Springs is waking up to a safer community today.
Jonathan, give us some perspective here. 300 law enforcement officers. What brought about this kind of requirement, this kind of need to be here with that show of force?
So this is an underground illegal nightclub, okay? And what was happening inside was significant drug trafficking, prostitution, crimes of violence. We seized a number of guns in there. We had active duty service members who were running security at the club and involved in some of these crimes. And in fact, we had over 100 illegal aliens inside as well, and those over 100 illegal aliens were taken into custody by ICE.
Yeah, so first of all, whoever those service members were who were doing security, helping out this club, they need to be removed from whatever branch of anything they are a part of. Listen, I get it, you know, you were probably making some good money on the side, but yeah, after this, you got to be removed, dishonorably discharged, whatever it may be. Now, it just shows how terrible the border crisis actually was under Biden. I mean, illegals are now just making gigantic underground nightclubs and with gang members and drug trafficking and, you know, prostitution. It's like, God, people, you know how bad it actually was? We probably really have no idea of how bad it actually was. And then the people who are like, oh, these illegals, they need due process. As far as I'm concerned, if you're an illegal who came to this country illegally and you're doing nothing good in our country, just being here illegal, you don't really deserve due process. Due process should be, oh, you're here illegally? Oh, okay, well, you're getting deported. That's their due process. Americans, obviously, 100% of the time, due process, the justice system, they need to get justice, right? But in the case of illegals, just get them the hell out of here. We're done. Biden screwed you over, illegals, right? So the people who were here 20 years and, you know, just didn't go and get their citizenship, yeah, Biden screwed you because he made it a big issue. He let so many illegals in that now you're getting screwed and you're going to be removed too. Just remove all of them. If they're illegal, they're gone. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So we have new news in the Black Hawk D.C. helicopter crash that collided right into that plane. Apparently, the pilot, Rebecca Lobach, didn't heed instructions from her co-pilot, who was a male, too. So now you got to remember this. Rebecca Lobach was a Biden staffer, and she's an LGBT ally, as you can see from the pictures I'll put up. Yeah. Now, what I think happened in this situation was pretty much the dude was like, oh, hey, yeah, we just got some FAA instructions. You need to turn left here. We're going right into an airplane. And so, I told you to stop mansplaining to me. Every time you try to mansplain, and then boom, everybody's dead, right? I guarantee you that could have been, now that's just what I thought, but yeah. What are the odds that that was actually what happened, right? A chick from the Biden administration, LGBT, taking directions from a man. Now, they don't do that. They hate men, okay? And a man telling them that they're not doing their job properly, like, hey, you need to turn left here. We're going right into an airplane. Yeah, that doesn't go over too well with those types of people, right? These LGBT people, they're strong, they're independent, when really the majority of them are just mentally super weak and fragile, and they could just be, you know, they could be mentally shattered at a moment's notice, right? One wrong comment and they're just completely mentally just done. But yeah. I think this is a mansplaining situation. Let me know what you think it was, but why didn't she turn? If the dude told her, hey, we need to turn, was she on some sort of, vigilante mission where she was just trying to take people out? Was this like one of those, suicide operations? I don't know. But I think I'm going to chalk it up to she didn't want to be mansplained to. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So Joy Reid thinks we need to get away from white people or else we're going to fall like the Roman Empire. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Each community on earth. If you take that away and try to distill us just down to white folks, we'll be like Europe, an aging, slowly dying former empire. The Roman Empire didn't survive because it didn't have enough strength in its diversity. It suppressed its diversity and it died. If the U.S. wants to be the Roman Empire, keep voting the way you're voting, y'all. Keep voting for people.
Yeah, so let me know, do you think Joy Reid has a point here? Or do you think she just pretty much hates white people and wants to see white people eradicated from the earth? It's just the whole diversity is our strength. The narrative that she's trying to push here is so fake and it fooled so many people, right? Now, diversity of thought, of course, that's great because people are thinking new things, they're bringing new ideas to the table. That promotes prosperity, but the whole diversity as far as, ethnicities and we need gay people and disabled people, it's basically the opposite of being our strength. It's just not a strength at all. All it does is just make people, it puts people in positions that otherwise would have never been there. Rather than promoting the best, which America used to always about, like, oh, we want the best, right? Because the best create the best things and do the best for companies. Now it's just, oh my God, you gotta have at least 3 brown people and 2 gay people and 6 trans people. And with that diversity, you're just gonna thrive because those people are so incredible. You're gonna have so many great cultures. And the whole culture thing too, it's like, I don't really care about people's cultures. If I go visit somewhere, I don't really care to get immersed in the culture or meet the people. I want to see the sights and that's it. I don't need to go to the ghettos and, the inner cities and talk to the people. I just need to see the sights. But yeah, Joy Reid just basically hates white people and that's what I'm going to chalk this one up to. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So Trump and Saquon Barkley were hanging out at his golf club in Bedminster. Here's a clip.
What a nice guy he is. I wanted to race him, but I decided not to do it.
Yeah, so Trump and Saquon hanging out, it just really shows the whole, where the world is today when it comes to Trump. People want to pretend like, oh, everybody still hates Trump and you can't support the guy. But now it's completely changed. It's basically cool to support Trump, especially with all the athletes and, just people who aren't being controlled by mainstream media get it. It's like, oh yeah, we're supporting what Trump's doing. He's making America great again. And see, Saquon, he's a great guy. He just won a Super Bowl, had an incredible season. The guy's on cloud 9, living the best life, and he's not the type of guy who's going to let the woke people or the affirmative action people use him to push some sort of racial agenda. No, the guy's just a great dude who just does his own thing. He's black, but he doesn't let himself get controlled by, you know, the machine, right? So many black people allow them to get controlled by the machine and be used for some sort of racial justice thing, and then people just turn off after that, because once they start talking about reparations, or, you know, oh my God, we need to be represented more and blah blah. Now, if you want to be represented more, go be great like Saquon Barkley, right? Oh, the guy was getting represented in the Super Bowl, and now he's going to the White House hanging out with Trump. Yeah, if you want representation, go be great like Saquon Barkley. And maybe you're going to be hanging out with Trump too. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.